What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake and Kyle, Fantasy Headliners, coming at you today talking about the Chiefs. Kyle, the Super Bowl is right around the corner, and we need to discuss what are a few points, what are a few ways that the Chiefs come out on top here in the Super Bowl this year. How are you looking forward to it?
This is probably the most excited I've been for a Super Bowl in quite some time. This has all the makings of just a stellar game. And even though we're not going to be giving any predictions on this episode, because we're going to be doing the predictions on an episode later on, but for this, just breaking down the points and what we think will happen, I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, this could be a very exciting football team, a team who on one side kind of known more for their defense for the San Francisco 49ers. The Chiefs were always talking about offense, but in this game, we could see a little bit on both sides of the ball from both teams. It makes it kind of difficult when you talk about this matchup because it would not surprise me to just see everything that we think is going to happen go out the window. It would be like and I know it's 2020, it'd be the 2019 thing to do because it just didn't seem like anything really matched up there this season. But one of the first points I want to talk about, and I want to get your take on it, I really think that the Chiefs need to score early in this game. We've kind of seen them, stutter out of the gates here in the playoffs. If they do that, and San Francisco can control the time of possession with their running game, I have a hard time thinking that the Chiefs can overcome something if they get down on an early deficit.
Yeah, so the first two games here of the postseason, Chiefs were down early and needed to fight their way back. And nothing against Tennessee, but San Francisco has a much better defense than Tennessee has or than what Houston had. So to try and come back, it's going to be a little bit more of an uphill climb. Now, can it happen? Absolutely. The Chiefs can put up as many points as they want to, as quickly as they want to. Their offense is that good. However, do you really want to be climbing back from that in the middle of the Super Bowl? I don't think so. They need to, like you said, try to get out ahead early and kind of change the narrative that we've seen from them so far this postseason, so they're not spending the entire game trying to catch up at that point.
Yeah, I just think that spells disaster for them. If they can come out hot, quick in that first quarter and get a nice lead, it may kind of cause San Francisco to change their game plan, just gives Kansas City a little bit better of an opportunity. But one of the things that we saw all year long for the Chiefs is you could run on the Chiefs a lot easier than you could throw on the Chiefs. And then all of a sudden, in the playoffs, they decided to have a pretty solid run defense. We saw them hold Derrick Henry to one of his worst rushing outings of the entire season last week. They've only allowed 89 rushing yards over their last two games in each game. This is definitely a run defense that stepped up, but San Francisco is known for running the football. It really depends what rush defense shows up for Kansas City.
Yeah, absolutely. And they were banged up at the end of the season, and Kansas City is healthy now, and that's really what we needed to see. Getting a week off here in between the conference championship and the Super Bowl gives them just another week to continue to get healthy and ready to roll. But that defense really, I feel like, has been underrated all season long, because when you think of the Chiefs, you think about Patrick Mahomes and the weapons that he has there and the points that they can put up. But their pass defense is a lot better than what it was a couple of years ago and even last year. So, but like you said, the run defense is the biggest thing. Can they shut down the San Francisco 49ers? Raheem Mostert, can they limit him? Tevin Coleman, is he going to end up playing? Matt Breida? So those three guys right there together do a lot of different things and do a lot of different things really well. They've got to limit that, and they got to make Jimmy G pass it. Now, I don't want to say anything bad about Jimmy G as a passer, but that's for a different episode. So we'll go a little bit more in depth on what I think about him in the next one.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyrann Mathieu in the secondary for the Chiefs has really given them kind of an attitude. He's kind of taken that entire secondary and just put him on his back. And I've been a big, huge fan of his since he went to Arizona out of the draft. But
he's so versatile too. He can blitz across the line of scrimmage. He can play in the slot. He can play safety. When you have a guy like that on your defense, you can do a lot of things really well.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. All right. My last point here that I have for this game that I really think that the Chiefs need to do to have a chance to win this game, and they got to get to Jimmy G, and they got to get to him quickly. So far on the season, he has a passer rating of 68.7% on plays that he's under pressure. They need to get to him quickly. They don't want to give him the time. We talk about the run game of San Francisco, but Jimmy G is a very capable quarterback with some solid weapons to get the ball down the field to. They don't need to allow those routes to even get down the field. Frank Clark in this pass rush of the Kansas City Chiefs needs to be on point. They need to get in that backfield quickly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a lot of quick passes to kind of start the game off for Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers. Try to run the ball and control the game that way, but short passes, get him in a groove early, because if we can get him in a groove and get him confident in himself, then that just means he's going to be better. But on the other side with Kansas City, that means that they're going to have to get there, and they're going to have to get there quickly to keep that from happening. So that pass rush is going to be very critical to kind of getting them out of that groove to begin the game.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we kind of know what the Chiefs are. I mean, you just mentioned it here a few minutes ago. We know what they can do on the offensive side of the football. Tyreek Hill, the chemistry that he has with Patrick Mahomes. I mean, it only takes a blink of an eye for those two to connect on a big play. And if that big play can happen, I really love the possible outcome for the Kansas City Chiefs. But if any one of these points kind of fall, kind of stumble, they're really going to struggle here with San Francisco in the Super Bowl.
Well, and to kind of add to it too, a point that I have, and I'm kind of going back and working off your first point, is Damian Williams. I mean, if the Chiefs can get out and get a lead to begin the game, they're not going to want to keep passing and giving the ball back to San Francisco. Damian Williams is going to have to be efficient and effective as a runner. And so far this postseason, we've seen some troubles with that, especially a little bit early on in the game. He's done very well receiving the ball out of the backfield, but we need to see him run the ball well. And that is a stout 49ers front seven there that they have, that he's going to have to really find some holes. The offensive line is going to have to create some holes, so he can help with that and take some time off the clock. And Patrick Mahomes doesn't have to continue to throw. Damian Williams has to be efficient and effective. If he can do that, building off your first point, then they really can take control of this game early and hold that control throughout the end.
Yeah, absolutely. Great point. I mean, if they can kind of solidify an early run game somewhat, kind of, draw the defense in, and all that takes is one matchup, one single coverage with Tyreek Hill to bust this game wide open. So there are a few ways that Kansas City can win this game. It's going to be a great game. I mean, I'm not thinking this is going to be one of those games at the end of it we kind of just go, it was all right. You know what I mean? This one has the makings to be a great game. Vegas thinks it's going to be high scoring. Right now they have the over-under set at 54.5 points. They expect points to be scored here. We do too. It really going to matter who does it early, who does it quicker, who can establish their game plan first to really take a lead here in the Super Bowl and walk out as champions for the 2019 season. It's going to be fun to watch. I know I'll be watching. Kyle, I'm sure Kyle may be at the gym. I don't know. Kyle may be watching.
No, Super Bowl Sunday. I'm getting away from the diet. I'm getting ready from the gym. We're going to have lots of dips, meatballs, barbecue cocktail weenies, everything that you would have at a Super Bowl party. We're going to have on Sunday. We do have a football game though. I do have a flag football game. I got to go do that first.
Am I invited?
I mean, if you want
I just want the cocktail weenies.
You can, if you would like to come up here, absolutely. You can even stay the night. You can have my bed.
No, I don't want to come up to Indiana. It's no fun up there. All right, hey, that's what we think needs to happen for the Kansas City Chiefs to win the Super Bowl. But like usual, we want to be interactive. So put it down below in the comment section. What do you think needs to happen to have the Kansas City Chiefs walk away with the Lombardi Trophy this year for the Super Bowl? We're both anxious to see your responses. We will answer as many of your questions and comments as we can down below in the comment section, so make sure you do that. Also, hit that like button for us, and don't forget, if you're new here, we cover all things NFL football all year long. Plus, we're going to sprinkle in some baseball and some XFL, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Oh, there goes Kyle sprinkling something on something. All right, hey,
you guys have Kyle Bay.
You're what?
Kyle Bay, not Salt Bay.
Oh, wow.
I call this guy Salt Bay.
That just happened. All right, we're going to end the video. You guys have a great rest of your day. We'll talk to you later.